It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on
HBK, yeah, you know how we. And I can't quit, all I know is HBK, yeah, you know how we. And I can't quit, all I know is.
Wherever I go, my homies come to. I love my squad. We up in this thing, love with it. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. Make your lady back up in this, hop up in the six. And you should ignore these rappers, man. They say anything. Call me Susie Piggy Bank. I got plenty change. She rep HBK over everything. To the game with the wedding rag. Everybody try to duplicate, we just innovate. Young and making plenty cake, get my straight. I'm a heartbreak vet, being broke what I can't accept. I'ma hold it down to the death. No Reeboks, cause it's all about a check. Bet $1 million that your man ain't like this. Cause I stack my chips, I'm on my grind. Mind on money, money on my mind. So if you in the way, I'll run you over. It's the heartbreak army, I'm a soldier.
Raptors are out of Toronto and into an interconference game. We're live from Portland, Oregon. Hometown fans are cheering for their Trailblazers. Welcome, everybody. Glad you decided to spend your Thursday night with us here at 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Patterson is the 4 with Dallin Shunis in the middle. DeRozan out there with prime time, and it's Clark in at the small forward. On defense, Portland. And guys, Myers Leonard really showing signs of progress in last season. Huge steps forward for the big man.
And you know, progress is all about confidence with young players. I mean, his shooting percentages were remarkable when you look at the fact that 50, 40, 90, 50%, 40%, 90% for us. Seven-footer, unheard of, and he's in that neighborhood.
Now here's Brown. Got a hand on it. They retain possession, and Plumlee kicks to Brown. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And here's McCollum for 3. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Now the Raptors moving it up. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
The finish.
Oh, nasty. Oh, nasty.
Woo. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish.
That's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Here's Clark. Here's Valanciunas. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start, exactly what they were hoping for.
Now here's Brown. Here's Plumlee. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. Mason Plumlee will really put it on you. Tough, hard-nosed player, has the size to bang and the athleticism, GA, to run the court.
And it's interesting, Kevin. His game translated better as a professional than maybe as a collegiate. I mean, he's a guy that's a lunch pail kind of player. Rolls up his sleeves, focuses in, and willing to do the dirty work.
Excellent point about the comparison college to pro. I think you're right on. Here's Brown. Patrick Patterson picking up that last bucket.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And Brown drops them both.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
To the middle, Leonard with the steal. A chance here to get a quick injury report. And now Doris Burke has an update for us on C.J. McCollum. What's the news, Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Portland. He said the discomfort is coming from what looks like a bruised tailbone.
Okay, Doris, sounds like he won't be out for too long.
Well, hopefully that's the case, Kevin, and he'll be back before long.
And that one's good by Clark.
And, you know, back to Plumlee, he showed steady improvement last season, improved statistically in just about every category over his rookie year. If he could become a little less mechanical with his postgame, I think he could even go higher.
It's Brown with the drive. Brown wide open. He fires. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And it's 6 points for the Beast. Outside DeRozan. Plumlee with some nice D.
You know, one thing about Plumlee, going back.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh? Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Clark. Can't get it to go. Now Portland takes it the other way.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
It's Brown with the drive. Soft touch off the glass. Brown's got 8.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Deflects the pass. Here's Patterson, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And the Raptors have been talking about changing things up in the logo department for a while. Finally, we get a chance to see the new logo this season.
As you said, the Raptors with the new logo this year, Greg. Good-looking change, too, I think, Clark.
Yeah, I think it's subtle enough to not lose the continuity, but still feel fresh and new. I like that. That's a nice job of balancing the old with freshening up for the new.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Crabbe comes in for C.J. McCollum, and Lillard subbed in for Brown. And Toronto also making a switch. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for primetime. They get it again. Valanciunas. Lowry kicks to Clark. Goes back up. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Portland was just fantastic at home last season. We expect that, though, of this team, Greg. 32-9. It was packed each game.
And Kevin, of that 32-win mark, how about that was the 4th best in the entire league? You don't win your division without winning at home, and Portland definitely took care of business.
Launches it, and that one's good. Clark's got 10 points.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Dishes to Brown. Kicks it out to Lillard. Puts it up from 15. And again, it's Portland converted.
Well, I tell you what, it seems as though Portland is always good at home. It was 2007 when they last had a losing record in this building. Even when they're down overall, they're always tough at home.
And that one's good by Clark.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's had.
Brown dishes to Leonard. For the finish. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, it's the love to go up and jam like that. And unfortunately, guys, for Portland, they didn't have home court advantage in the playoffs. As great as they were at home all year, it could have made a big difference for them in the postseason.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Brown. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
With the number of turnovers they've committed, it's no wonder they're in the position they're in right now.
Yeah, it's still early, but they just need to be a little bit more disciplined at that end of the floor.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job. He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And here's Brown outside, but he stays with it. Lillard outside. The second chance effort. Here's Plumlee. Lowry with the block. Here's DeRozan. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And though he's been working on his offensive skill, defense and rebounding are Valanciunas' bread and butter. That was the case with him when he was playing in Lithuania Club, and it's the case now.
It still sure is the case. I mean, it's hard to find a guy with his combination of size, athleticism, and fluidity. Just a tad over-aggressive at times, but I'd rather have to turn a guy down than to turn him up.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And watching Valanciunas rebound, it's clear he has all the tools. Great anticipation, really looks to box out. Strong vertical, might just need to add some strength to become a perennial 10-rebound-a-game guy.
Chris Kamen's checked in for Portland. Brown comes in for Crabb. And Toronto also making a switch. Clark's checked in. Lillard with no one around. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it. And for Valanciunas, he's been working on his defensive consistency. Last year, he actually increased his blocks per game while lowering his fouls per game. That's a big step forward in his development.
.137 left in the first quarter of the game. Lillard. Here's Brown, and that's basket number 4. He's taken 9 shots to this point.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Poke loose. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. Oh! That is just nasty.
The athleticism on that finish.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Here's Clark. 14 points for him. Kaman with the defensive effort.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Here's Lillard, and the rejection by Valanciunas. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Clark. He's covered by Brown. Inside. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar. So there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well,
And power forward Patrick Patterson getting better every season. He said that
I think my 3 years at Kentucky.
Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
yep, Velcro value utility, I call him, the kind of guy who his teammates just love. I mean, they know he's always going to have their back, and he's always going to work hard. He's going to do what he's supposed to do and be where he's supposed to be and do it when he's supposed to do it.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Trailblazers, Al-Farouq Aminu is out there. With Brown, then it's Damian Lillard, then there's Davis, and it's Brown in at the shooting guard position. Well, last year Toronto won their division and got bounced out in the first round. Same result, Clark, they had back in 2014.
Yeah, but, you know, despite that sameness, they were an improved team last season, Kevin. They did a lot of the small things better in total, and I thought looked better and more cohesive as a group. Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, Clark, no doubt about it.
The Raptors have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. From the arc, And Davis pulls it down. And for Portland, they're shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Fast break, Toronto. Here's Clark. And it's Portland with the rebound.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
They grabbed their own miss. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. On up the court. The shot by Powell, no good.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. Toronto shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Here's Clark, covered by Lillard. And it's Clark with the finish.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
And, Greg, you know how it is. Sometimes it only takes 1 or 2 baskets to get things going. Maybe we're getting ready to pump a little life into this one.
Here's Clark. Portland grabs the miss. Plumlee's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Brown outside. That's a 2 from Lillard, and he misses the go-ahead basket. Toronto with the ball. Moving it up, and it's blocked by Brown. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
it's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Trailblazers only giving up 2 points this quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Aminu.
That steal was a product of active hands and outstanding defensive awareness there.
And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. He dishes it to Brown.
He's been
I'm done.